Imagine a strip of water so small you could miss it on a world map. But if it gets blocked, gas prices spike, markets panic, and the entire global economy starts sweating. That place is the Strait of Hormuz. And today, I'm giving you everything you need to know about it, fast. The Strait of Hormuz sits between Iran to the north and Oman to the south. It connects the Persian Gulf to the open ocean. That's it. It's not a country, it's not a canal, it's just a narrow water passage. But here's the crazy part. A massive share of the world's seaborne oil exports passes through this one choke point. So if oil-producing countries in the Gulf want to sell oil to the rest of the world, Asia, Europe, even parts of North America, it has to move through this gap. It's basically the world's energy exit door, and there's only one door. Modern life runs on oil, not just gas for your car. Planes, cargo ships, plastic, fertilizer, shipping, construction, even your protein shaker bottle, oil-based plastic. So when oil supply gets disrupted, prices usually react fast. And because so much oil flows through the Strait of Hormuz, any tension there makes global markets nervous. Not because something did happen, but because something could happen. And markets hate uncertainty. The strait is narrow compared to the volume of ships passing through it. Shipping lanes are tightly controlled to avoid collisions. Now add geopolitics. Iran borders the strait, and Iran has, at different times, threatened to restrict or close it during periods of conflict or heavy sanctions. That doesn't mean it closes every time there's tension, but even the possibility is enough to make oil traders hit the panic button. Because if ships can't move through that passage safely, supply drops. And when supply drops while demand stays high, prices usually go up. Basic economics, no conspiracy, no drama, just supply and demand. Countries in the Persian Gulf, like Saudi Arabia, the UAE, Kuwait, Iraq, export huge amounts of oil, and much of it travels through the Strait of Hormuz. Major importers, especially countries in Asia, rely heavily on those shipments. So this isn't just a Middle East issue, it's a global pressure point. That's why when you see headlines about naval activity or rising tensions in the region, oil prices sometimes react within hours. Because traders are thinking, if this gets blocked, everything gets expensive. In theory, it could be disrupted. In reality, it's complicated. The strait is heavily monitored. The United States Navy and other international naval forces operate in the region to keep shipping lanes open. Closing it would impact not just importing countries, but exporting countries too. If oil can't leave, producers don't get paid. So a full shutdown would hurt everyone involved, which is why it's usually more about tension and signaling than permanent closure. Still, even temporary disruptions can shake markets, and that's enough. You might never visit the Strait of Hormuz, but you feel it at the gas pump, in airline ticket prices, in delivery costs, in inflation headlines. Because the modern economy is deeply connected, a tiny bottleneck thousands of miles away can affect your weekend road trip budget. That's globalization. Tiny bottleneck, massive consequences. So the Strait of Hormuz isn't just geography, it's leverage, it's risk. It's one of the most strategically important waterways on Earth. Small on the map, huge in impact. And now you know why markets freak out every time its name trends.